waone na macho wao mnaangaliana. That is why they requested you to ukuje hapa juu. Pigeni makofi. Ukamwambia ikalia mwenye kuja na kiti na gavana mkae na mkubwa hapa. Mpaka hii kalia wiki, si ndio? Haya, hao watatu wametosha. Your Excellency, Kiambu yetu kuruta atongoria kana tuo. Kwa hivyo yetu tukisema wewe ndiye rais wetu, ukubali wewe ndiye rais wetu, na one day one time utakuwa hapo hapo kana tuo. Kwa hivyo ameirisha, mmesema akuje mbele amuone, si ndio? Haya sawa. Mmesonga mkaribie pahali mafuta ilikuwa. Kwa hivyo tutaanza na Thika. Ndio, simameni watu wa Thika. Huyu ndiye coordinator wa Thika, anaitwa Sami, na yeye ndiye anatusimamia Thika. Na Thika imesonga sana. Wakati wa upande wa NEC tumesimamiwa na Bwana Dhauri. Nitafika hapo, wewe utaketi kwanza. Thika, jipigieni makofi. Mwenene adoa ya mena idosi yao. Ono wamera kiado tutido. Na kiore Sami ngoro magende yale izyo the aspirant tutorichi amanu ito wa MCA. Tukigore no leto huipaga. Asanteni sana. Hali menyagai. Mko data. Tukisema kila mtu aongezi tuta na mheshimiwa alikuwa usimameni tena. Ni mwanya otoka. Itikira itondo munene ni arathiire no turigia na mundu kuma Thika itiguo nigetha tugie na nafasi yake tondu ena ageni angi. Ni mwetikira? Sikiza ground. Asanteni sana. Kutoka hapo tunaenda Juja's constituency. Simameni. Hiyo ndio Juja, waheshimiwa, kila ward imesimamiwa. Juja tunasimamiwa, yule ana coordinate kijana msafi, wako na mmoja tu wa minority. Eti huwa hii. Na kwa hiyo ndio timu ya Juja. Na Juja wamesonga sana, huko hakuna kitu kingine. Huko mambo ni DCP na one term. Eti huwa hii. Asante sana. From there, Your Excellency, tuko na Ruiru sub-county. Your Excellency, tupigieni makofi Ruiru. Your Excellency, Ruiru wako na watu wengi sana. Tuko na minority, tuko na Felix, tuko na watu kabila zote wamesimamia Ruiru. Lakini kitu muhimu ya Ruiru ni ya kwamba Ruiru hawa ndio walianza ile slogan ya kufunga Githurai. Si ni nyinyi? Na hawa watu walifunga. Na hakuna kuingia, hakuna kucheza. Ukiangalia jamaa huko hakuna mchezo. Na wakati ulitembea Githurai, hawa watu walitoa pesa kwa mfuko. Na tulifanya mkutano wakatoa watu kila mtu 20, 30, 40, and that is how uliweza kupenya na wakafunga kila kitu. Kitu kingine walisema, huko hakuna goons. Hakuna mtu ataenda huko aseme atakuguza. Wote they are 58 candidates. 57. Pamoja na wabunge wako 67 aspirants. Jipigieni makofi. Ili hautiera. Nyinyi lazima tumpatie watu wawili wa kuongea. Na kwa hivyo na gavana ni wa kwenu Ruiru. Lakini gavana ameshika Ruiru na Thika. Si ndio hivyo?
So nimekuwa hapa nikisikiza wananchi na viongozi, watu wa kanisa, watu wa biashara. Na mimi nikasema lazima nisikize Kiambu. Kwa sababu Kiambu ikiongea mlima imeongea. Si ndio? Number 2, Kiambu is not just any other county. Iko na 1.5 million votes. And Kiambu has the capacity to determine who will be the president of Kenya. You know? So, Watu 1.5 million lazima nisikize sauti ya viongozi wao. Tuko na 12 members of parliament. And Kiambu ni watu ambao wamechanuka kisiasa, wanaelewa. So mimi nataka kusikiza nyinyi. Muniambie tuelekee vipi? Mnataka tupange namna gani? Hii maneno ya one single presidential candidate, are you for it or against it? Mnataka tukuwe na one candidate? Yes. Ya kupambana na William Ruto. Yes. So ndio tumeitana hapa, ndio leo tusugumuze kinyumbani, tukubaliane. So that from there nikienda kuketi na wengine niko na mandate from you people. You know very well katika hii region, no leader can decide anything for the people. It is the people who decide, and the leaders implement what the people want. That is why I have come to consult the people, because it's the people who will decide. And I need their mandate, I need their guidance, I need their direction, so that as I engage my brothers and sisters in the elected and alternative government, I have a clear mandate from my people, and they'll guide me how to proceed, who to engage, how to engage, what is our bare minimum, what is it we can do, what is it we cannot do. And that is what is going on for the next 45. Now, ilikuwa 45 days. Kasongo alikuwa G7, sisi tuko G45. Sindio? Yeye ni watu ya G7 ama G45? G45. Eh? G45. Ni G7 ama ni G45? G45. So sisi tuko kwa G45. Mambo ya Kenya itapangiwa hapa Kenya. In 45 days tutakuwa tumekubaliana. And then we'll go forward. Mimi nimeona huyu soprano akicheza na katiba. Unajua hata ukiwa profesa, ukae na mtu ya standard 2 kama Sudi ama Kibet Faruk, akili yako inateremka inakuwa ya Sudi ama Faruk. Sindio? Hii soprano anasema ni profesa. Anasema ati katiba ya Kenya ati inasema 2 term. Ndio kitu kama hiyo. You know, unajua kwa biology kulikuwa na process mbili, moja inaitwa diffusion, ingine inaitwa osmosis. The movement of high concentration to low. Sasa hii soprano kwa kukaa na akina Sudi, ile akili yake imekuliwa na akina Sudi, ametremuka, ameenda chini. Wewe soprano, the Constitution of Kenya says that a president is eligible not more than 2 terms. Finished. Haisemi lazima uende term mbili. Inasema you can only go for 2. The same Constitution says there shall be an election every 5 years. So unaweza chaguliwa first term, term ya pili ufukuzwe. Sindio? So wewe soprano, wewe unajiita profesa, washa nikuelemisha kidogo. Because hii kukaa na Sudi na Faruku imekuletea hasara kubwa. You are embarrassing us here in the mountain. You are reasoning like a standard 1 child. You are reading the Constitution upside down. The Constitution says a president is eligible for a maximum of 2 terms. But there is nowhere the Constitution of Kenya says you must go for 2 terms. The same Constitution says there shall be an election every 5 years. And hence on 10th August, there shall be another general election where your boss will be 1 term. If the framers of the Kenya Constitution wanted somebody to go for 10 years, ingesema president aende miaka 10, lakini ilisema aende miaka 5, arudi kwa raia. Huyo mtu yako Kasongo alisema anataka 1 term, arudi kwa raia, asipofaulu, asipo perform, afukuzwe. And that is what has happened. Ameharibu Kenya, ameiba kila kitu, ameua watoto, amedanganya kila mtu, na ndio wa Kenya across the country, not just here in the mountain, they have decided William Ruto is one. So wewe soprano, please don't embarrass us. You are our son. You are reasoning kwa kuketi na Sudi na Faruku has diminished your thinking. You are thinking like a standard 1 child, and you are reading the Constitution upside down. So take time. Yeah? I still have your number. I'll send you an abridged version of what the Constitution says about the election of a president. Yeah? And the term limit for the president. Si ndio? Hii soprano ni buri si buri. Ni bonoko si bonoko. Ni aibu si aibu. You are embarrassing us. You know, even children, you know, students are embarrassed by the kind of pronouncements you are making, trying to please William Ruto. You know, you are reasoning like somebody who has never been to school or somebody who has never read anything. And you don't seem to even understand the Constitution. And then you say you are a professor of law. Wewe umetuaibisha sana ndugu yangu. Yeah? Sisi tunakuombea Mungu akusaidie. Hii kukaa na Faruku na Sudi ni hasara. Na mimi ndio nilikataa kukaa na hiyo watu. Unajua hii Faruku na Sudi walikuwa karibu kuja karibu na mimi, nikaona watanifanya nikuwe mjinga. Watakula ile akili yangu wanipeleke mahali wako. Ya pili, nimeona huyu Kasongo jana pale Kianyaga Stadium. Amesanya watu na mabasi. William Ruto cannot address an organic crowd. He can only address a hired crowd. Lazima watu wasanywe na mabasi ya shule, awalipo wamsikize. All the buses that were bought for schools are no longer available for students. They are for ferrying Kenyans from across the country to go and listen to William Ruto after payment. And that is why we are saying mambo ya William Ruto tumemalizana naye. If you cannot address an organic crowd, you cannot address farmers, you cannot address any Kenyan unless you pay them to listen to you. Your leadership has come to a cropper. So pale Kianyaga Stadium anasema ati anaongea mambo ya kahawa. Nimeona huyu flower girl anaitwa Waiguru ako pale. Wewe flower girl from Kirinyaga, if you took time, you would know and understand that as deputy president, I was given the function of coming up with coffee reforms, which I did for 2 years. And the farmers are now enjoying the fruits of the reforms that I initiated in the coffee sector. And I want to tell you, William Ruto tried to sabotage those reforms. One time I was in Colombia looking for market for coffee. Akaambia PS anaitwa Harsama to call all the coffee cartels in Weston Hotel wasabaratishe ile reforms nilikuwa nafanya. Nikamwandikia message nikamwambia keep off wewe Kasongo. Usiingilie kazi yangu. Because I want to have reforms to benefit coffee farmers. Today coffee farmers are getting a good pay because of the reforms that I initiated. Nimeona huyo flower girl akikuambia ati ulipie wakulima madeni. Wewe flower girl, if you took time to talk to Senator Morango and Gachagua, they will tell you ya kwamba mimi nilipigania pesa ya kulipa debt ya wakulima ya kahawa. In 2023, William Ruto approved 118 billion to pay debts for sugarcane farmers. And then I went to see him. I asked him, you have done very well to pay for sugarcane farmers, and I want to thank you because they are Kenyans, and it's good they get relief. But much as we have helped the sugarcane farmers, what about coffee farmers who assisted you to be president? Akanizungusha for 1 year. I fought within cabinet committee and the cabinet. And I had one day huyu Kuria, hata kama amekuwa msaliti wa jamii akikubali, niliwaita. Nikawaambia nyinyi mawaziri ya mlima, wacha mnisaidie tusukume payment of coffee debts ya wakulima. Ruto alijaribu kukataa, akatumia Aden wale. Every cabinet meeting we went, when I tried to push for debt waiver for coffee farmers, Aden wale would oppose. Until I became very tough. And the waiver of coffee debts, 7 billion was passed by the cabinet, and 7 billion put aside for that work. The date I was removed from government, William Ruto cancelled that plan and took away that money. So wewe flower girl naitwa Waiguru, unapigia Ruto makofi hapo. ati atusaidie kutoa madeni ya wakulima wa kahawa. He is the one who took away what we had already approved. I had pushed it successfully in the cabinet, 7 billion shillings. Lakini kwa sababu anachukia watu ya Mlima Kenya, anachukia wakulima wa kahawa, angetaka wakuwe maskini ndio watawale, akaondoa hiyo pesa. So when I saw that flower girl there giggling sheepishly, akimsifu Ruto ati amesaidia kahawa, Ruto ndio shida ya wakulima wa kahawa. Yeye amekuja hapo kujivunia ile reforms ambayo mimi nilifanya. Lakini tunataka kuuliza William Ruto, if you are genuine that you want to help coffee farmers, can you reinstate the 7 billion shillings we had provided for in the budget? And you tell us how. Lazima ulete supplementary budget. Wewe flower girl sasa unasema afanye budget imepita. There is no money for paying debts for coffee farmers. So tell Kasongo, wewe flower girl, aufanye supplementary budget. Aweke 7 billion ilipie wakulima wa kahawa madeni yao. Then our farmers can benefit. Nikiingilia ya mwisho, mambo ya finance bill mliona vile lienda. Wabunge wote ya Kiambu walitoroka. Wasaliti. You know? Na mbali tuko na shida katika hii mlima ya wasaliti ni Kiambu. And you guys have a job to do. You must help our community. Pahali operation familia inatakikana ni Kiambu. Kisema Harambee mnasema familia. Harambee. Wasaliti wote. Ichungwa. Wamachukuru. Kirago. Pahangara. Kagombe. Kururia. Kingara. Kaiburi. Alisingawa. Kawajiku. Tufagie tusifagie. Wamuranga. Wamuchomba. Pahali iko kazi ya kufagia ni Kiambu. Sindio? Pahali inataka kifagio ile kali ni Kiambu. Na sinini mtafanya. Nimeona William Ruto ukilalamika. Ati kuna watu wanaitwa Gakunia, kuna watu wanaitwa Gitungati. Wacha nikueleze who are those. I don't think you know. And what it means to the people of this community. Gakunia ni wasaliti wa jamii. Gakunia William Ruto ni wale watu napea pesa wakusaidie kunyanyasa Wakikuyu. Gakunia William Ruto ni wale watu napea pesa waharibu mali ya Wakikuyu. Hawa kina Kuria, hao ndio Gakunia. Wacha nikuambie William Ruto, hiyo Gakunia ni ile watu unatumia waende kuchoma mali ya Wakikuyu Gikomba. Wale watu wanaitwa Gakunia ni wale unatumia kufuta watoto wetu kazi. The people ambaye wanakufuata kuangaisha jamii yetu. Na hao ndio watu wanachukiwa zaidi katika hii jamii. They are the most hated people in this community. And their crime is never forgiven. And those people will be punished next year. Sindio? Nikuambie William Ruto, hao watu unaita Gitungati. Let me tell you who those are. It is this team here. Ni wale wazalendo. Ni wale wazalendo wanasema hawatakubalia wewe kuangaisha jamii. Ni wale wazalendo wanasema hawatakubalia wewe kuchoma mali ya Wakikuyu. Ni wale wazalendo wanasema hawatakubalia wewe kufuta watoto wao kazi. So when William Ruto you talk about Gakunia and Gitungati, you don't know what you are talking about. It's a very emotive matter in this community. Na wewe utajua. Next year, hiyo watu yote tukunia unatumia by saa 2 watakuwa nyumbani. And I can tell you William Ruto, the punishment for the traitors of this community is even more severe than the punishment they'll give you. They will be punished more. Because betrayal is never forgiven in this community. It has no remedy. Those are the people you have bought to persecute this community. The community that made you president. You have given them money to turn against their own people. Tunasikia Thursday hii nakuja, umepanga na Moses Kuria vile atachoma mali ya Wakikuyu. Umepanga na Moses Kuria vile watu watapigwa. Umepanga na Itombe na Goons mkuja muangaishe hao watu ya Mlima Kenya. Those are the traitors. Hao ndio unaita Tukunia na ujui iko jina lingine wanaitwa Kudangutume. Iko ingine wanaitwa Gati. Iko ingine Komerera ni wale wanajificha bunge. Wale Komerera ni wale ya no. Wanajifanya wako huko na wako wapi? Si ndio? Let me tell you, wacha nikwambie Kasongo, you cannot save those traitors. They have crossed the red line against the community. This is a community that cannot accept betrayal. So hata ukienda kwa mikutano kulalamika ati wanaitwa tukunia, there is nothing you can do. Their punishment is ready. People are waiting for the date. So hiyo tukunia William Ruto nalia ati wanapigwa, utayarishe kwenda nao Sugoi. Mashamba yako ni kubwa. Uko na shamba umeiba pale Kirigoris wakati hapo. Uko na shamba ingine umeiba David, hiyo tutachukua. That one will take and reestate it to the people. Yeah? Yeah, si ndio? Uko na shamba uko Sugoi. Iko pale ingine inaitwa Korere. Wewe hiyo wasaliti yote ya mlima uende na hawa. Their fate has been sealed. Ama hapo jamalizana nao? None of them, I want to tell you William Ruto, all those traitors around you who have betrayed their community, who have helped you to persecute the mountain people, who have helped you to wreak havoc against their businesses, who have helped you destroy the community and the economic base, their fate has been sealed. And there is nothing you can do. It has nothing to do with Rigathi Gachagua. It has everything to do with the community. And their case has been decided. Wote hawa kinaichunga by saa 2 watakuwa nyumbani. I want to tell you. Hiyo ujue, nimeona ukilia, sijui watu naitwa Tokonia, nini, tena nimeona unalia mambo ya cousin. Why are you crying? You are crying because you had a plan to isolate this community, 41 verses 1. We stopped you. We organized, united our people, and looked for our cousins. Today we are safe. Our cousins are with us. That is why you are bitter about cousins. Because your plan was a repeat of what you did in 2007. In 2007, you joined Raila Odinga and others and mobilized 41 against 1. When you hounded me out of office, your plan was to unite the rest of Kenya against the mountain. You wanted to isolate us. It has come to a cropper. We were intelligent enough to very quickly look for our cousins and form a partnership. Today, the mountain is not isolated. The mountain has new friends, our cousins. Our cousins. So I can understand your bitterness about the cousin movement, because your plan was to isolate this region so that you can finish us. And God has refused. We have good friends. We have our cousins from the Mijikenda. We have our cousins from the Bagusi, our cousins from the Abaluya, our cousins from the Akamba, our cousins from the Kuria, our cousins from the Taita, from the Taveta, our Shemeji from the Ma, our friends from Somaliland, from Somalia. Sisi tuko sawa. We have many friends. Yeah. Na wewe ile mtu nikuambie, hapa Kikuyu tunasema ukichimba shimo, usichimbe iende chini sana, unaweza anguka wewe mwenyewe. Hiyo shimo ulikuwa unachimbia sisi, wewe mwenyewe unaweza ingia huko. You may have thought you can isolate our community, you may have yours isolated. Ulikuwa unatupangia to isolate us. In the process, it is possible you and your community can easily get isolated by the rest of Kenyans. And that is why you are crying about cousins. There is nothing you can do. Ukitaka kumesa wembe, mesa. Makuzo wapendane wasipendane. Makuzo watembeleane wasipendeleane. Makuzo watafute serikali pamoja wasitafute. I really want to thank our cousins from across the country for not agreeing to Ruto's plan to isolate the mountain people. Our cousins from Wamunyoro, from the foot of the mountain, I want to say thank you. We are indeed very grateful to our cousins. And you shall know we are good people because we don't forget good deeds done to us. Sisi ni watu ya shukurani. Our cousins Kalonzo Musyoka, tunakushukuru. Our cousin Fred Matiang'i, tunakushukuru. Our cousin Natembea Wamalwa Sifuna, tunakushukuru. Mashemeji wetu wakina Oleseki tunashukuru nyinyi. Makazi wetu huko wakina Makwere tunashukuru. We are a grateful community. William Ruto wanted to isolate us and finish us. Mumekataa, mumesema tuketi pamoja. Tuko na shukurani. Na sisi tutaendelea kutafuta uhusiano na makuzo. Niendelee nisiendelee? Niendelee? Do I continue reaching out to our cousins? And our in-laws? And our friends? Yes, that is what we shall do. Finally, niseme nitakuwa nikitoa presa mambo ya hii maneno ya June 25th kwa ile maneno ambayo Ruto na Murkomen wanapangia Kenya na jamii yetu. Huyu Moses Kuria na Ichung'wa, ile maneno wanapanga ya kutoa fujo, ya kupanga wahuni kuja kupiga watu na kuchoma mali. Ati ndio tusemekane ati sisi ndio hatutaki William Ruto peke yetu. Hata huyu Adan wale alikuwa anasema ati hii shida iko tu mlimani. Everybody is against Ruto, including his Kamagut backyard. Hako na shida na yeye. Sio sisi. Sisi ni watu peace loving. Na sisi hatutaki fujo, sisi ni watu ya amani. Sisi tunataka kuuliza Moses Kuria, wewe utatumika mpaka lini kuhangaisha watu wenu? Wewe Ichung'wa, last time ulipanga ukachoma Kikuyu police station, ukachoma courts. Alafu unataka kuwekelea watu washitakiwe na terrorism. Wewe Moses Kuria, kazi yako ni kulipwa na Murkomen kupanga goons kuja kuhangaisha jamii yako. We know what you are planning and we shall call you out. You want to hijack these demonstrations to cause fear and mayhem in the mountain, so that the mountain people can be seen to be violent people. Na ndio serikali iwahangaishe. Ndio viongozi wakamatwe wapelekwe kotini. Hiyo yote tunajua. Police are complaining. Wanaambiwa ati wawachie goons wafanye kazi. Police are being told to escort goons. Murkomen ndio mwenye kulipa goons. Jana ameenda Citizen. He cannot talk. Alikazwa mpaka akawa confused. Anasema ati goons ni watchmen. Akionyeshwa video anajifanya haoni. Murkomen is the one paying goons to cause violence in this country. The day you attacked in Umetima ICK, Murkomen mwenyewe ndiye aliwalipa. Siku nilitoka Amerika ndiye alilipa goons. Hata hii ya kesho kutwa, yeye na Raymond Omolo. Alafu ndio waseme ati hii maandamano imekuwa hijacked na opposition. Opposition has no business causing violence. Sisi tunataka kutoa William Ruto kwa kiti kupitia kwa debe next year. And we are too busy looking for a single presidential candidate to face William Ruto. We have no, as we want to remove William Ruto from office in a constitutional mechanism that is provided by the law. And we are asking our people, annoyed as they are, to cool down and to suppress their anger. They'll have an opportunity to express their anger next year on the 10th of August. Kwa debe. Hapo ndio mambo yote itakuwa. Si ndio? Si tumesema yote? Wamesikia wajasikia? Haya, sawa Emily, wacha sasa tuongee mambo yetu.
Thank you very much, dear Kenyans. Today, I wish to address myself on the planned peaceful protests for Thursday, 25th June 2026, to commemorate the 24th and 25th June 2025 and Sabasaba Day 2025 protests. In June 2024 and 2025, hundreds of our young promising Kenyans were butchered by this regime, others abducted and tortured, some were buried and others have not been found to date. You are also aware that property worth millions of shillings, businesses and livelihoods were destroyed by goons under police escort and supervision. Our young people and leaders were traumatized and dragged through courts of law under terrorism charges, all of which were trumped up and forced. To all Kenyans who lost their loved ones and lost their livelihoods in the three unfortunate events under the hands of William Ruto over the last 4 years, we are sorry. This is not what 55 million Kenyans expected of him, and also the 7.2 million Kenyans who voted for him. Dear Kenyans, on Saturday, 20th June 2026, the Cabinet Secretary for Health, one notorious warmonger, Aden Duale, said that protests will only happen in the Mount Kenya region this Thursday, 25th June. This was not an idle statement. It was a reflection of what has been planned. I have credible intelligence that Kipchumba Murkomen and Raymond Omolo, using Moses Kuria and Kimani Ichung'wa, Susan Kihika from Nakuru, and other UDA leaders allied to William Ruto, have organized goons to cause terror and mayhem in Nairobi and the Mount Kenya region and blame the opposition. 200 million shillings was withdrawn this morning from a bank in Upper Hill, where an account of confidential expenditure is operated by the State Department of Internal Security. And these funds are for mobilizing goons and deploying them to unleash terror and mayhem in the Mount Kenya region, Nairobi, Kajiado, and Narok, among other places in the country. Police have been told to escort the goons at night using police lorries and matatos hired from notorious circles and deployed across the region. Senior police officers have told us in confidence that they are very uncomfortable with the instructions they have been given personally by Kipchumba Murkomen, that they should stay off and let the goons destroy businesses, light bonfires, and create chaos. These goons, we have confirmed, will be accompanied by officers in plain clothes under the direction of Kipchumba Murkomen to give cover to the goons. The notorious Nairobi Sierra rogue police squad under Kipchumba Murkomen is the one organizing the deployment of these goons across the region. The senior police officers have told us they have been told to intervene after the goons have done their work and left, and then descend on ordinary Kenyans, innocent people, arrest them and charge them with crimes under the Terrorism Act. I have been informed that DCP strongholds have been targeted for this violence so that the DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua and leaders allied to him can be blamed as the instigators of violence. For the record, goonism has become part of the National Police Service since Kipchumba Murkomen became the CS Interior. Last night he was on Citizen TV and he could not explain himself on anything. When shown the video footage of goons under police escort, he shamelessly said that they are watchmen guarding shops, whereas the goons are seen patrolling streets in police land cruisers and under police escort. I have been informed that Kipchumba Murkomen has convinced William Ruto that unleashing violence in the Mount Kenya region will convince the rest of Kenyans that only the Mount Kenya people have a problem with him and that they are violent. And it's the Mount Kenya people fighting their own people. Looking at the situation, I want to appeal to the Gen Zs with a lot of humility and kindness to consider not going out to the streets. These are our children and grandchildren whom we need next year to help us liberate this country through the ballot. From the violence that has been planned by the state using police and goons, I have no doubt in my mind that lives will be lost. These are young children who have a great future and who need an opportunity to live their full life. I want to persuade them with a lot of humility that retreat is not surrender and strategy is not cowardice. I want to persuade them that there is a constitutional way of dealing with William Ruto next year. We don't have to go to the streets and expose ourselves to death and injury. For sure, state has organized very serious violence. That is why the fake deputy president has been issuing threats. That is why William Ruto has been issuing threats. That's why Kipchumba Murkomen has been issuing threats. Because they have actually organized violence against the people of Kenya under the guise that they are goons. Kipchumba Murkomen cannot arrest these goons because he's one who has recruited them, paid them and deployed them. They will be working for the state to cause mayhem, to unleash terror, to allow the police now to come in and shoot people. Because the strategy is the state organizes goons accompanied by officers in plain clothes. They wreak havoc, they destroy property. Then the police now have a reason to come in. The goons withdraw because they cannot be shot, they cannot be arrested because they have been brought by the police, they have been brought by the government, and then kill innocent people, maim innocent people. I'm therefore asking agencies, strategy is not cowardice. Please, my sons and daughters, my grandchildren, consider. We need you alive. We need you to help us transform this country next year. You cannot do it when you are dead. You cannot do it when you are injured. The state has unleashed war against Kenyans as a strategy to intimidate Kenyans, to stop free expression of what they feel and what they want. For that reason, I do ask all businessmen across the country, especially the targeted areas of Nairobi, the Mount Kenya region, Kajiado and Narok, not to open their businesses on Thursday, 25th June 2026, and keep them closed and ensure they are well protected. Let them organize people to protect their businesses even when they are shut, because we have seen before goons in Nairobi breaking into businesses that are already closed. To those with vehicles, both for public service and private motorists, I urge you to keep off the road, stay at home. There is no need to expose yourself and your motor vehicles to danger. Stay at home, read, watch TV, and play with your children and your grandchildren. All workers of Kenya, I plead with you, stay at home. The state has organized terror against Kenyans. Don't expose yourself to danger when we know there is danger. To all parents, I agree and I'm happy that our children are home for midterm. Let them stay indoors. We saw last time in Dubai, stray bullets killed a young girl of 12 years. We don't want our children to be exposed to danger by going to play out. Let them stay indoors. Do homework, watch TV and play games within the safety of your homes. I ask all Kenyans tomorrow, on Thursday, to stay indoors, stay at home, avoid the state-sponsored militia organized by Kipchumba Murkomen, who is ruthless. Your family needs you when you are safe. There is no need for you to make a point then you end up in a casket. Then you end up with injury. Then you end up with your businesses ruined. I think if all Kenyans stayed at home, we'll have made a very big statement. Stop the country, stop the economy. It's a very effective way of protest. The international community will see, Kenyans will see. Let everybody stay at home. Let us not give William Ruto and Kipchumba Murkomen the opportunity to kill the people of Kenya, to destroy their businesses. It's pointless. It doesn't make sense. In any case, all those who are aggrieved by this system, the Constitution has provided an opportunity next year through the ballot to get rid of William Ruto and his people. Let us take advantage of the constitutional mechanism that has been availed to the people of Kenya to deal with this rogue administration. Let us not go against guns. Let us not go against goons. Let us not go against tear gas. Let us not face a brutal president and a brutal cabinet secretary. Kenyans will be the loser. I know it may sound defeatist. I know many Kenyans will get disappointed that we look like we are giving up. We are just being human. This cause is not worth to lose human life. The battle against William Ruto is not worth destruction of our businesses, because the Constitution has provided a very elaborate mechanism to deal with the rogue administration. Let us all be patient. Let us suppress our anger. We'll have sufficient opportunity next year to deal with William Ruto and this rogue regime. I ask all Kenyans to keep off the streets, to keep off towns, to keep off cities, and stay at home. In our towns here in the mountain, the people who are being brought to cause havoc are from outside. Be on the lookout for outsiders. Don't allow people to destroy your towns, to destroy your villages. Everybody knows each other. Outsiders are known. To Moses Kuria, I ask you, what happened to you, my brother? Why have you allowed yourself to be used by William Ruto to persecute your kinsmen? Why, Moses Kuria? How much money do you need? Why are you organizing goons to destroy property belonging to your people? Why? Kimani Ichung'wa, people of Kikuyu have elected you 3 times. Why? Last year, you organized goons to burn the law courts. You caused young people to be charged with terrorism. Why do you do this? How much does William Ruto pay you to persecute your own people? Why have you turned against your own community? What do you hope to achieve by this senseless violence against your own people? What do you want to achieve? How do you feel when your kinsmen are being brutalized by goons and police? How do you feel when the sweat of your kinsmen, businesses they have developed over the years, is being destroyed by goons and police at the government watch? I want to plead with you and your conscience. Please call off this violence. Call off these goons. It's unnecessary. Don't hurt your people. Don't hurt their businesses. Don't unleash terror on your own people. Much as you want to help President William Ruto to get re-elected, this cannot be a good strategy. And the more you hurt the people, the more you terrorize them, the more they hate William Ruto and his government. I don't think you are helping him. You are putting him in more trouble with the citizens. He has caused enough pain to the people by destroying the educational sector, the health sector, the business sector. When you add now violence against innocent people in church, against businesses, killing young people is adding insult to injury. I finally want to ask the people of Kenya to be good citizens and to be peaceful and to register as voters. This is the only way they can redeem their dignity and their safety. It's the only way they can have good governance. All these other methods will not work. As for me and my party, the DCP, I want to confirm that we are all abiding citizens and we are peaceful people. I've always advocated for change through constitutional means, and I am focused on having change next year through the ballot. That is my focus. We have no time to entertain violence. We have no time to entertain unorthodox means of changing a government. We want to change this government through the ballot next year. And that is my prayer to all. That is all I plead with our people, to know that we have an opportunity next year to address all these matters in a very conclusive manner, so that Kenya can be peaceful and Kenya can have good governance and people can flourish.